Hey, fellow Ambazonians, greetings to you all. I thank you all for coming on board live on this particular edition of Rebel TV. Thank you very much. I'm driving through the Bay Bridge in California. Bay Bridge. This is what they call the Bay Bridge. Thank you very much. I'm driving through the Bay Bridge in California. I want to greet every single Ambazonians for the great, excellent job, for the wonderful job they've been doing in Ambazonia. I want to thank all of you Ambazonians for the great job. I want to thank all the Ambazonians for the great job. And I want to thank Una for the great job when I do them, because without Una, we're not going to succeed. When I see the Bay Bridge here, I drive through the Bay Bridge. This is the Bay Bridge in California. A wonderful, beautiful bridge. One of the most beautiful places any human being would ever want to visit. And this is where I live, in California. Ambazonians, I thank all Una for come back, for come on board this particular edition of Rebel TV. Music no day or no play on today. Now my motor that when I see I'm going to be very dirty, but I'll not show the motor today. But I'll come back to myself, make I come back to myself, make una see me. As I go like and for address certain things them on this particular edition of Rebel TV. I hope everybody to see me, everybody to watch me. Make una share the message, make it go further afield. Because I have a lot to reveal today in terms of the state of the revolution. The revolution, it changed things that don't happen positively, and I'll be very happy with the way things that don't happen. I just did talk with Akoson Pauline today, Akoson Raymond today, and I want to thank all the Akosons for the great job with the Randuam for spread the news of Ambazonia through the Amba News 24 channel. I want to also thank the people of Ambazonia for their resistance. It not be very easy, but it be a smooth ride. Also the people where they don't support we in the fight against the Cameroon trained quack called Nsala Emmanuel. It has been a very big victory. Today I will talk a little bit about the cases who don't win them for Nsala Emmanuel, the quack Cameroon trained lawyer. I will talk about the victories and how a court for United States done sanction Salah Emmanuel 2 times. And it be a very big victory against a Cameroon-trained quack who lives in the United States, fighting for whatever he calls a member of the Cameroon judiciary, aiding and abetting terrorism in Cameroon by supporting a gangster regime that has been sanctioned by the Trump regime. Sanctioned by the Trump regime, you are supporting that kind of a nonsense. Ambazonians, welcome on board. Cabin crew ready for departure. Make I look my distance before I know how many days to go. Una bear with me 1 second. Crew ready for departure. I thank Una for coming on board. Please make Una share this message, make it go further afield. I just wish make everybody share the message. Make Una share the message, because I be about to reveal a lot of things where some people they never hear for this particular revolution. I have a lot to reveal today, which I'm happy to reveal. And all the things they reveal, the things that we go hell for push the revolution for before. Please, I encourage everybody to give una 2, 3, 4 minutes, make una share this message, make it go further afield. Please, everyone share. I just beg una make una share, make I look my exit. Una share the message as I be about to start. I'll give una 2, 3 minutes. Make una share the message as I be about to start. 2, 3 minutes una share. Ambazonians, your own role, for share my own role, for stimulate una clitoris, make everybody get revolutionary orgasm. The clitoris of Ambazonia is Boya itself. That is what I have to stimulate. Make una share the message before I get into the real proper crux of the matter. Una sabisi I need to announce my coming on live. I just come live, and the people where they join, they will be ready for watch. So please share the message. I don't give una 2, 3 minutes. Make una share. The one the way they see you try to put up for WhatsApp. Una not gonna miss any part of the story. Make una share the message. The one way they put up for WhatsApp, una share the message. I want to be very honest. And the honesty way I want to put them out there, the honesty way I want to make everybody understand. There is a Cameroon-trained quack in the United States who thought he could destroy the Ambazonia revolution, who thought what he does in the Ambazonia revolution will give victory to neighboring La République du Cameroon, who thought what he does to neighboring La République du Cameroon will deter some of us who are die-hearted supporters of guns and bullets fighting La République du Cameroon, who thought what he does to aid and abet terrorism in Ambazonia through La République du Cameroon will stop us from fighting against the dictator called Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimvondo. That particular crook, miscreant, Cameroon-trained quack is called Nsalai Emmanuel. I speak here not because of the cases that I have won, but because he has transgressed his line and writing to top organizations in the United States, accusing people of high political ecstasy and pohaha that we are all criminals. Ambazonians, or they tie a seatbelt when I hear things I want to come out. When I say I don't win Nsalai Emmanuel 3 times in court for United States. And not only winning, but for 2 occasions, the judge sanctioned Nsalai Emmanuel. When some people they ask about sanction means they slap you with a dismissal, like in the Cameroon context, where principal not only to say you fit transfer your school, go for one school to another, but principal put down to a report card say this guy has violated laws and he is a domestic criminal in that school. That is exactly what I have showed Nsalai Emmanuel, and that is exactly the victory that I have made against a lawyer in the United States. Tapang Ivo, who happens to know no boundary of a legal system in the United States, has successfully crippled La République du Cameroon's lawyer in the United States and has successfully chased out La République du Cameroon in all courts in the United States. Not only do I use my face and my name to speak the truth, I also use my face and my name to say I have successfully quashed La République du Cameroon in America. Ambazonians, one of our biggest problems in this revolution has always been fundraising. Fundraising to support our civilians back home, fundraising to support our women and children back home, fundraising to support the defense of our civilians back home, fundraising to invoke the responsibility to protect, fundraising to buy guns and bullets for the defense of our women and children back home, fundraising to support activities for democracy, the rule of law, human rights, and democratic accountability back home. For that reason, quacks like Nsalai Emmanuel quickly sought an opportunity to milk money from the state coffers of La République du Cameroon to petition letters not only to the US legal court system, but also to the FBI, to the USCIS, to the Homeland Security, and a couple of other organizations back home in America, in the United States. Ambazonians, for this reason, I took on the initiative of not only fighting La République du Cameroon back home, but I took on the initiative to quash them in the United States, not as a citizen, but as an asylum seeker. I will be very honest with you. I am an asylum seeker. And for this particular reason, the fool called Nsalai Emmanuel, not knowing that anything fashioned against a Pekin of Fonchimbing will never prosper, Nsalai Emmanuel has found himself wanting in the US legal periphery. I have not only destroyed his relationship with La République du Cameroon, I have also used his legal whims and caprices to destroy him internally within his own legal career system. Nsalai Emmanuel was heard complaining to another neighboring Cameroonian that whatever I write and put and say through my public speeches, my right to speak freely in the United States has completely destroyed his career in front of any potential client he may be thinking of having. Because whoever wants to hire Nsalai Emmanuel will first of all research on his career path, know exactly whether he has ever won a case or not, and will think on that same note before they can accept to either give him an offer letter for hire or not. I want to be very sincere here with my political views. Salai Emmanuel has completely destroyed himself. Ambazonians, I want to tell una this one, make una hear this one very keenly. I never only destroy in Salai Emmanuel as I beg una make una share this message. I don't destroy completely illegal career. That means a thing when he use them for fight me, I don't use them for fight ye back. And I don't destroy him the right way and the legal way by beating him in court. I want to be very honest here with my opinion because I know say I did drive and so I'll be a little bit distracted. I want to be very honest with my opinion here. And Salai Emmanuel has been sanctioned officially in the U.S. court, the Federal Court of California. He has been sanctioned and asked to pay me the sum of an equivalent, nearly $10,000 US. And I vow that I will use this money to sponsor the fight against terrorism in Ambazonia, to sponsor the fight against Paul Biya Bartholomew being Vondo in the Ambazonia, where he don't illegally put the leg for inside Ambazonia. I don't reach my destination, so I fish don't now park O'Connor Road at Tokwana. Ambazonians, cabin crew ready for departure. Some things then they were one layer out, make it be very clear, make everybody understand. This case where Tapang Ivo don't win them, it don't open the road for everybody now for freely participate. That means say if you've been a who, you fit freely now donate your money for sponsor Ambazonia war against La République du Cameroon's terrorism. That means say, as I speak, Tapang Ivo never only win case, Tapang Ivo don't destroy La République du Cameroon for inside America here. Make her off my AC. Tapang Ivo don't destroy La République du Cameroon for inside America. Ambazonians, make I tell una a summary of things what happened for the last 1 or 2 months or so. After we had defeat Padia Sanga for court, after we had defeat Salai Emmanuel through the Jane and the John Doe, Salai Emmanuel went on to file another petition against the Skakuf, whatever he calls IG. He filed a petition, he filed a lawsuit against IG. He filed a lawsuit against the Ambazonia Defense Forces. He filed a lawsuit against the Ambazonia Governing Council. And he filed a lawsuit. That means it was a joint lawsuit against the following organizations: ADF, AGOFC, IG, Ambazonia Foundation, Tapang Ivo, an individual, and Chris Anu, an individual, He filed this lawsuit in February. And as he filed this lawsuit, he began to serve the defendants. That means he began to serve Tapang Ivo, he began to serve Chris Anu, he began to serve IG, he began to serve ADF, he began to serve AGOFC, but within 60 days, he couldn't serve even one of the following people I have mentioned above. So for that reason, Judge for Federal Court for United States write to Salai Emmanuel and ask him, Salai, are you serious about fighting and suing these people in court? I ask you this question because you have been unable to serve these people. Give me a reason why I should not dismiss this case. Salai Emmanuel replied back to the judge. Tell the judge, say, Judge, I am requesting 120 more days to serve these people because of the COVID virus. The judge say, okay, if you say because of the COVID virus, you've gone on to do other legal malpractices, like subpoenaing, writing subpoenas to organizations. What is this nonsense all about? I tell my lawyer, say, my lawyer, are they so, although they never served me, that's why you see those documents as unserved defendants. My lawyer, although they never served me, but I want to make you destroy me this case where it come against Ambazonians. And not be only Tapang Ivo. My lawyer say, make it look and make it do what they call a limited appearance. Limited appearance means say, You never go, you don't want to go fully into a case because they never yet serve your client. But you want just make the judge understand, say, these people are legally represented. And may they not do any what we call a sham default judgment. So my lawyer write to the judge. Tell the judge, say, Judge, I run the shit down for the peripheries for a while watching this new lawsuit against the ADF, the AGOVC, the IG, Tapang Ivo, the individual, Chris Anu, the individual. That means he sued the entire Ambazonia, and then inside that entire Ambazonia, he also sued Tapang Ivo, Chris Anu, therefore they show some kind of heavy bad faith against me, a man of high crankrum. I tell my lawyer, say, my lawyer, I get money, I work money for this country, I get excess. God don't bless me within 2 years or 3 years while on the United States. I get a very good, well-paid job. I make at least $20,000 a month. I'm not joking about this. You can go and see my tax filings by Chomsky Tanko Consulting. It is online. I tell my lawyer, say, I get money for Western. I don't get no loan for the country. My cars have paid off. In fact, my highest loan for the country, maybe not $200 for phone bills. I say, I get money for spend. I want to make us spend money for your heads. Make you destroy this nonsense where they take Ambazonia for your ride. My lawyer thought, say, you don't even see something for this case where it is very bad. I say, wait, you don't see him. I didn't just talk story. Maybe some people may support they hear and fine. My lawyer thought, say, you don't see something for this case where the worry. I say, wait, you don't see him. Because me, I not do law. Me, I not do law so that you know him. He talk, say, this case, they never serve anybody. That means they never serve, they never give under the lawsuit. Because for America here, it is not considered a suit until it has been served. I say yes. He said they never serve you. I say yes. They never serve Chris Anu. I say yes. They never serve ADF. I say yes. They never serve this one. I say yes. He said then Salai has gone on to write to PayPal, Cash App. That's what they call and say Square Inc. The corporation they call and say Square Inc. Square Inc. Incorporation. He go write Cash App, PayPal, Square Inc. All those organizations, telling those organizations, say, we are terrorists. Whereas a case has been launched in court and you have not informed the people or their counsel or their plaintiffs that this is what you're about to do. So for inside legal system for United States, when you sue somebody, anything you want to do now against that person, you must inform the person's lawyer or you must inform the judge before you do it. Salai Emmanuel secretly, as ignorant as he is, I don't know whose side this guy studied law. Sincerely, I don't even know where. Cameroon really trained one that's one for United States. Secretly, Salai Emmanuel go write for Cash App. We no inform the judge. Say this is what I want to do against these people I have sued, but whom I have not even served. He don't even go inform my own lawyer. Where he know my lawyer, they exchange emails with ye. He go for Baba, go hide, the thief man. And as una knows na thief man, go hide for Babak. As he go hide for Babak, the thief man, he write now for Cash App, write for PayPal, write for this, write for that. They tarnish my image. Say I've been a terrorist and the money we want raise them, now money for sponsor terrorism. Say make Cash App block my number, block all numbers, block anything. Make PayPal block everybody from donating for the struggle and make Bank of America close down their accounts. This is what my lawyer discovered Salai doing. My lawyer said, I have never seen such a practice, and I will report this to the judge. I said, lawyer, you have my money. I have given you money. Go and do exactly what is right and just in the U.S. system. My lawyer go write to the judge, grand judge. Judge, I want to inform you that this plaintiff's counsel called Salai Emmanuel not only violated the U.S. legal system, but has created a fake organization called the Cameroon Association of Victims Against Ambazonia Terrorism, CAVAT. Not only that, he made this NGO in his name in the United States, in Los Angeles, on the 30th of January, 2020. Not only did he create this organization on the 30th of January 2020, but he went on to use this organization as a legal shield on which he can leverage that platform to sue the entire Ambazonia for being responsible for the terrorism activities against his so-called clients. Ha! Story hot, na time short. Ambazonia, laissez-moi j'explique. S'il vous plaît, laissez-moi je parler. If you just join, share the message. Because I'll make up a video after this, it will go for YouTube. Ashidon, I say wonders. My lawyer, right, Mr. George. Not only did he create the covert, but he hasn't reported to you, the judge, that this is what he has done. This organization, I hired a personal investigator and he pulled out this document for me. Here is Exhibit A. Salah Emmanuel started panicking. Exhibit A, the covert association that has been created by Salah Emmanuel in Los Angeles on the 30th of January 2020 to illegally, to forcibly, to falsify evidence that Ambazonians are terrorists. It did not end there. Salah Emmanuel did not show this document to court. Una sabi as asabi. Say all this why, when I don't see conduct titles, Padi Asanga, they only use the word covert. When I think say covert, they be created maybe for Cameroon, or they be created for London, or they be created somewhere. Did you guys know that it was Salah who created covert? I say I was shocked when I saw this document. Now, whether ever since when I don't see us in Salah and my country people, that means in conduct titles, they don't completely hide that covert. They try to hide the evidence, then they succeed. My lawyer now get a copy of the document Salah forged. Ambazonians, that document, nobody say forge him. He did not forge it. He went and created, which is illegal. Because you, a lawyer representing an organization you created, and you are hiding behind that organization and pushing people who are ghosts called plaintiffs. Unbelievable. My lawyer, right, George. Not only do I have this evidence, I also have evidence from my personal investigator that Salah Emmanuel went on to write to Cash App, Square Inc., Bank of America, this, reporting to Cash App that these people he has sued but not even served are terrorists. Who has ever described them or called them or endorsed them as terrorists? Let Salah answer. This is a clear case of defamation. George looked the statement, the team passed George. He calls Salah, say, Peripheral, come here. Hey, Peripheral, come here, come here, come here, come. Now, true say, you go create covert. Salah say, yes, sir, not true. Number 2 question. Now, true say, you never served these defendants. Yes, sir, not true, I never served them. Number 3. Now, true say, you don't go on for go write Cash App, Square Inc., Bank of America, all these places for talking me Ambazonians, they stop donating money and for block these channels. He said, yes, sir, yeah, not true, I did it. He said, is it right? He says, sir, I did not know the law. I did not know. But now that you are thinking of dismissing the case, he said, let us just forget about it like this. It's okay. Now you were judge, ten Salah Emmanuel. Not only will I dismiss this case, but I will fine you the sum of $2,700 for this malpractice, for wasting people's attorneys, time and cost. Not only that, I will sanction you as a lawyer in the United States. I, the judge, will sanction you. Now, why don't I hear him? Judge sanctioned Salah Emmanuel. Sanction for inside United States for any lawyer. I'll show you when I watch me a lawyer. When I just tell comment section, sanction for any lawyer for United States is the biggest offense you can. That means after sanction, a dismissal. Sanction, then a dismissal. And they don't sanction Salah 2 times. The 3rd time when they go sanction a lawyer, now a dismissal from the bar system. It did for Cameroon. When they give you the first disciplinary warning, they give you with 3-day suspension. The second one, they come with 8-day suspension. Then the 3rd one, a dismissal. Nsalai Emmanuel, the Cameroon-trained lawyer, stands on the verge of being dismissed from his legal career. Ambazonians, I want to tell you one thing. It did not end there. For a long time short, the judge tells Nsalai, I have not only fined you, Nsalai Emmanuel, the sum of $2,700 to be paid within 30 days. That means Nsalai get 20 more days to pay me the money. Within 30 days, but I have ordered you, Nsalai, to write back to me within 5 days, telling me with evidence that you have officially called Cash App, Bank of America, PayPal, and any organization that I don't know. You have called those organizations. You show to me with proof that you have cancelled anything that you reported to them against the Ambazonia people. Ambazonians, if I did lie, men Nsalai take me go court. These are documents that I have showed on social media. These are social media documents that are available right now. And a news story is being written right now with all the facts. Yesterday, if you insist I did lie, go from a post yesterday, you will see all the documents. So, what happened? The judge tells Nsalai, say, write back to me within 5 days and show me evidence that you have officially told Cash App that you have suspended and you have stopped complaining to them about Ambazonians. The same thing to Bank of America, the same thing to PayPal, and the same thing to all other organizations that we don't even know. Nsalai, write back for judge, copy my lawyer, tell my judge in an official apology, 3-page apology to Tapang Ivo. I, Nsalai Emmanuel, humbly declare that yes, my Lord, I have written to these people, I have told them that no, I'm no longer in this fight. I have written to Cash App, I've said no, I'm no longer there. PayPal, no, I'm no longer there. I don't want to fight me Ambazonia again. This one, no, if not thing we concern Ambazonia, I know them me there. No, even that one, sir, I know them me. No, maybe Ambazonia don't pass me. No, it be okay, sir. Just leave them. I just continue chama for full. Ambazonians, tell me whether no be victory that. No, you, I mean, like you, people of high political ecstasy and Nemangona, wanna tell me whether no be victory. I don't ask myself this question. My lawyer, don't say no go end for day. Say he go use other legal means to pursue this thing to the end. And I trust the judgment of my lawyer. Now, we get master's degree for chemical engineering. Yeah, a lawyer where he get master's degree for chemical engineering. Now, lawyer where he be patent, he got what they call an international patent lawyer, IP lawyer. And patent lawyer for this country, a lawyer where they make the most money in this country, now the richest set of lawyers in this country. That is whom my lawyer is. I tell my lawyer, say my lawyer, I will always pursue the legal channels because I believe in the law and I believe in the rule of law. Please use every legal means to nail anything that wants to stand illegally on the way of Ambazonia. And if we are going wrong anywhere, tell us. I want to insist on one particular factor. Not only have we won Nsalai Emmanuel in court, not only have we sanctioned him in court, but we have successfully deterred La République du Cameroon from attacking us in any country. Number 2, people now feel encouraged to donate their money, to give their resources, to donate their might and power to Ambazonia. Number 3, the cases that have been labeled against the Ambazonia people now work for their favor if they are seeking asylum in the United States, because it clearly shows the bad faith through which La République du Cameroon supports that these asylum seekers will be killed if they ever step their feet back home in Cameroon. Number 4, the US, the Cameroon Embassy for United States, on their page on Facebook, officially wrote that they support the Nsalai law firm for chasing whatever they call their citizens in the United States. So it means that if these citizens by any mere happenstance are deported back home to Ambazonia or Cameroon, they will be slaughtered upon arrival. And number 4, It is thanks to this fight against La République du Cameroon, both on ground zero and abroad, that has made us have a credible image even in the US legal system. Let me be honest with you. For the first time in the United States, the judges now know what is called Ambazonia. Number two, for the first time in the history of the Ambazonia revolution, even if we stand in front of the ICC, they will reference those cases we have won against Cameroon in the US legal system. That is number two. And number three, for the first time in the history of Ambazonia, we've had an internal enabler called Nsala Emmanuel, working internally for the regime of La République du Cameroon, cracking down the system itself. I want to officially hereby and solemnly and happily, maybe, thank Nsala Emmanuel for helping us destroy La République du Cameroon. And I want to thank La République du Cameroon for paying Salah Emmanuel to destroy La République du Cameroon for us. Because the reason why I ask myself, say, but La République lack a lawyer for hire and for fight Tapang, or why they go take a small little bin, person where you been still like, if you see Salah a short man, where you see, so if you even know how he been there. Very small man, few, I think just, I almost want to come here now, he get by head like he pass so bored. I almost want to come and say, hey, Salah, I think come your head there. I think come your head there. Very few person. Few. I mean, it's a small short man. That kind of person, when he pass on their foot for Nzolo beating. The thing wonder me why La République no go invest millions, if not billions of dollars on high quality firm. Why they go want take some small picking way in bin a half? Where sometimes they don't even circumcise it because they're circumcised and now you're going to be for again. I'm not sure say they circumcise it because if they circumcise it, how you do game? No, just I might just ask question. Man, no, don't want a free speech. I mean, like, freedom of speech is allowed in the United States as long as you are not threatening anybody. You can make your humor, you can make anything. It is free speech in the United States. That's why I love the United States. And we shall never threaten anybody. We shall only report things according to the law, and we have a right to express ourselves when people infringe on our freedoms by writing to FBI, writing to USCIS, writing to other organizations without contacting our lawyers and telling those organizations that we are terrorists. If not so, then the whole world is a terrorist now because people reject the sincere letter from left to right. Ambazonians, I want to be very honest. I like the way this revolution it go. I like the fact say we don't defeat. I like the fact say Tapang Ivo, despite all the insults, he still stands as the strongest activist in this revolution. Credible to the core. I like the fact say despite all this nonsense, the media hype, what we owners of English language call media hype and razzmatazz. Despite all the media hype and razzmatazz, Tapang Ivo remains very strong and a disgrace to his enemies, and a victor to his friends and his pals. I want to make it be very clear. If you have never ever dreamt that we can have independence, please know that we can have it. The US legal system recognizes Ambazonia, as I speak, recognizes Ambazonia's independence rights. The US legal system recognizes Ambazonia's independence rights and our right to use every legal means to fight for our independence. Guns and bullets are not illegal. They are legal. Guns and bullets don't kill people. People kill people. The US legal system had cases about guns and bullets on their table, but yet looked meritoriously in the case and gave us victory. Ambazonians continue to support the fight for democracy, the fight against terrorism. We don't fight terrorism with our bare hands, especially when the international community is silent. It's on your case, for example. You fight terrorism with guns and bullets. You fight terrorism by raising funds. You fight for democracy with guns and bullets. Across all of Africa's countries, you've never ever heard a single country gained democracy by peaceful protest. No, they gained democracy using guns against those who stood against democracy. We are fighting for democracy, We are fighting to bring back the U.S. legal system and the U.S. democratic tenets in Ambazonia. We are fighting to restore freedoms, human rights, dignity in Ambazonia. And for us to fight, we have people who are standing with guns to prevent us to fight. And those people who stand with guns to prevent us to fight are those people we are fighting against. We are not fighting against civilians. We are fighting against the military. And we are defending ourselves. That is why you've never ever heard us taking this battle into La République du Cameroon. We stay within the confines of the Ambazonia to beat La République du Cameroon in Ambazonia. Cabin crew, you've done a fantastic job serving the flight attendants, the passengers on board. The only thing I can tell you as the pilot of this revolution is that you are on the verge of landing. You will soon be landing on Buea and nowhere else. I want to thank all the Ambazonians for the great job. I just said today, make I just stay on a short note, 30 minutes maximum, for pushing out this message. When I stay blessed, and please watch out for my book. I am now about sending out my book. Now, due to the COVID, I never ever push out a book. My book, the title is From Refugee to Effigy. It is a 2-volume book. I am looking for the best of all publishers, and I believe it will be the bestseller book. This book narrates my story, how someone, an asylum seeker, faces every single channel, every means, every opportunity by his enemy. How he stands against his enemy, even from abroad, still fighting for his people back home, and the enemy uses other means to bring him down, even from abroad. This book is not only local, it is global. It applies and it will appeal to any other citizens elsewhere in the world who is in my kind of circumstance, having the passion to fight for his people back home, and especially giving themselves independence, and yet will not be spared by the regime he is fighting against, even in the country where he lives and where he currently seeks for asylum. So my book appeals to any refugee living in the United States or elsewhere in Europe who are still fighting and are fighting legal battles against the enemy they are fighting against. This book will surely be published in the New York Times. It has been well edited. It has every documentation of all the battles I've gone through in the United States, and it will be a book that appeals to all the law students and political science students. It is not only a book as a storybook, it is an academic book. And I took my time as a PhD guy to put a lot of academics in this book. So please, Ambazonians, watch out for this book. It may not appeal to everyone, but it will appeal to those who matter. This particular book has been heavily summarized, written in plain English for a 12-year-old to pick and read. And please, at the point of launching this book, I beg everybody anywhere in the globe, travel, come meet me in the hall. I am renting a very big hall where this book will be launched. The copies will be available, and professors will be sitting on the bench to co-sign on this particular book. It will be my first book. I have written several academic papers. If you go to academia.edu, you will see my works. But this is my first published book that I'm happy to announce. Ambazonians, una take time, una understand how the state of revolution day. I want to greet everybody. I want to thank una. Sometimes some people, they will always misunderstand me. Una be sorry. I be sorry. The one way I don't misunderstand them, I be sorry. We are all one. We are fighting for the revolution. Do have a nice day. Una leave me go to my arrow. Una bye bye.